here. Can you see our book? Can you see our book?
Yes.
Okay. So once again, good morning, and we will have our new topic this morning. Okay, so this morning we will discuss about, can you hear me well?
Yes, sir, clearly.
Very good. Okay, so this morning let's talk about technology. Technology. Before we will go further, can you tell me how important is technology, the advancement of technology nowadays?
I think nowadays people can live without technology. We can easily see technology appear everything in our life. We move to from A to B. We can use graph by. That's also the new kind of technology, really convenient and really cheap for traditional style. Smartphone, that's the best important thing with to support people connecting really fast and really cheap. And even nowadays we have many uh, technology in the food, in the mm, especially in the home. When everything easy to connect, we can uh, sit here and we can control or remote every equipment in our home. Yeah.
Yes, you said it very well. Almost all aspects in our lives nowadays are connected with the technology. We gain or we enjoy the benefits of the advancement of technology in our day to day activities at home, at school, in our workplace, and in our office or in the company. Yes, almost every activities that we are making, we are doing in a day or every day of our lives, of course, are connected with technology. Yes, you said it very well. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about technology. Now, this morning, we will talk further about this, what we call technology. But before that, we will learn first the 10 new English words we can encounter from this topic. Number one, please read number one.
Computer age, the period in modern history characterized by rapid
R-
technology development and uh,
Widespread.
wide
Widespread.
computer use.
Yes. When we say computer age, it's the period in modern history characterized by rapid means fast, fast technology development, and widespread. Widespread mean big coverage of computer use. So we are now in this computer age. We are now in this fast technology advancement. Okay, we are in the age in which computer changes or computer technology changes very quick, okay, or develop, okay, very big. Example, living in a computer age has many benefits. Yes, living in computer age has many benefits because we can enjoy its benefits again from all our activities at home, at the office, as well as in education. The one that we are doing right now is an example of the one of the many benefits of computer. Yes, in the field of education, you are now learning online, and that is because the advancement of technology now. Imagine yourself, you are now in, of course, you are now in Vietnam and I am now in the Philippines. But look at us. Our distance from each other does not hinder for you to learn English because of the advancement of technology, the quick advancement of technology. It seems that we are just talking. Yeah, we are talking near. We are transferring learning near. So that is why this is one of the many benefits. Okay, due to the advancement of technology. Number two, please read number two.
Computer buff, a user who is good at working with the computer.
Computer buff. It refers to a person who is good at working with a computer. Do you know someone who is good at working in the computer?
I think that is the officer.
Yeah, the officer or the IT, or the information technology individuals. And you know what? They are called computer buff. Computer buff. Okay, that's the English term. When you want to describe a person who is very good at expert in using the computer, then you can use this word for words. He is a computer buff. Mike is a computer buff. He got an A plus on his programming exam. Okay. Number three, please read number three.
Rocket science, a very complicated subject for someone.
Yes. When you want to say that this is a very difficult subject, this is a very difficult subject, then you can describe it as rocket science. Oh, this subject is really a rocket science, meaning to say it is very difficult. It's complicated. Example, biology is a rocket science for me. I don't understand anything in it. Okay, what about you? Going back to your younger years when you were still a student, what subject you considered rocket science for you?
No, can you say that again?
When you were a student, what subject did you consider rocket science for you? Rocket science means difficult subject.
I think that's either computer science. I think so.
Okay, so in
Of economic and computer science. That's the thing really difficult with me.
okay. Okay, when I was a student, my rocket science that the sub the difficult subject for me was math. I really had a challenging time. I always had a very challenging time attending to my math subject, attending to my math class. But it's a good thing that I survived. Yes, I survived with those difficult times. Next, we have number four. Please read this one.
Send an attachment. Send an email with an edit file.
Are you familiar with these words?
Yes, really.
Yes.
Have
Yes,
you?
very familiar. When you attach a file, a document to someone, then you can have it send an attachment file or send a document. Okay, this means, please read.
Send an email with an edit file.
Okay, example, please read the example.
My brother sent an attachment with his homework to the professor.
Yes, my brother sent an attachment with his homework to the professor. Okay, so this is common nowadays, especially in the time of COVID-19, where students are learning from home. Yes, when they want to submit their assignment, their output, or their homework to their professor or to their teacher, they can send the soft copy an attachment of the soft copy of their homework. 5. Please read.
Silver surfer, an old person who used the internet.
Mm. Do you know a person, an old person who still use internet? Do you know an old person who still use internet?
Mm,
Do you know
yeah,
someone?
yeah.
Yes. Yes. He is called a silver surfer. Yeah. In my place, I have colleague, like for example, 65 years old. So I have 65 years old or 65, 4 years old colleague, and still they are using the computer because it's a requirement this time because you need to send a copy of your grades and everything. So they need to adjust to adapt the environment, okay, the world of technology in teaching. So they are the silver surfer. Please read sample.
Uncle Bob is a silver surfer. He uses the internet every day, although he's almost 70.
Yes. Uncle Bob is a silver surfer. He uses the internet every day, although he is almost 70. Okay, he is old, but still he is using the internet. And with that, he is called silver surfer. 6, please read number 6.
Social media used to interact with other people.
Are you familiar with the word social media?
I think so. I use
Yes.
maps on my smartphone like Facebook,
Facebook,
TikTok.
YouTube, Messenger. Yes, they are examples of social media. Please read the meaning of social media.
Media used to the interact with other people.
Yes, it is mainly used to interact with other people. Example, please read the example.
Facebook is the biggest social media in the world.
Do you agree that Facebook is the biggest social media in the world? Do you agree?
I think so because the people using Facebook really big. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? The trend of the new generation this time, just like my daughter, okay, my daughter is 20 years old. And you know what? Their means of communication is Facebook. They do not store, they do not usually store or keep personal numbers of their friends in in their phone because they do not usually call. They do not usually text. Rather, they have to PM. They have to send message through Messenger and through Facebook. Okay. So I was surprised when I asked some of my students, do you have the number of, okay, their classmate? Because their absent was absent in my class. And then I asked the class, okay, can you give me a number of, okay, your classmate? Because I want to call him why he is absent in our class today. And then I was surprised that majority of my students said that they don't have his number. And then, oh, why you don't have his number? He is your friend and he is your classmate. And then they told me, you know what, mom, in our generation we do not save number. We do not, unless, okay, just only for the number of their parents, for their families. Then they told me, you know what, mom, in our generation we do not usually save the personal numbers of our friends in our Facebook because we can easily chat them on Facebook. Okay, so that is why Facebook is the biggest social media in the world. It is the biggest means of social, I mean, yeah, communication. Okay, number 7. Please read number 7.
To boot up that a computer.
Okay, so to boot up is another term for starting a computer. When you starting a computer means to turn it on. When you want to turn on your computer, then you can say, I want to boot up my computer. I booted up my computer as soon as I got home. 8. Please read number 8.
To crash, to suddenly stop working.
Yes, my computer crashed when I was writing my essay. You know what? This is really one of the biggest challenges when you save your important documents in the computer. You know what? You have to have a backup files. You need to have a hard copy, or you need to save your documents in another file. Do not rely on saving your file on the computer, because when it crash, when it encounters a problem, you know what? You know what? There are some problems we can encounter in our computer. Sometimes for no reason, we don't know why our computer, our laptop will not turn on. So we cannot open the important file we have stored in it. Do you encounter that problem? Or have you heard someone encountering that problem, that he really want to turn on his computer because he wants to get some document, to submit a document, but then the problem is his computer is not working. Do you see someone? Do you know of someone experiencing that problem?
Yes, I think in the
Yes.
when the technology really low, that is my computer not high speed as nowadays. Sometimes my computer have been to overload, so
Yes.
I have to boot up again, and
Mm.
I lose everything in my screen.
Yes. 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 So that's the problem when we are relying all the time making keeping our files on the internet, because sometimes there are really problems. Okay. My computer crashed when I was writing my essay. Okay. And then, like for example, you are about to finish that long essay, and then suddenly your computer collapse. Suddenly your computer turn off. So it is very difficult for you because you cannot memorize all the words that you have written in your essay. Number 9. Please read number 9.
Go to online to use the internet.
Yes. Yes. I will go online. Like for example, when somebody calls you, but still you are still, yeah, in the company or in the office, then you can reply to him, I can talk to you later when I get home. I will get online because as of now, I am still in the office. I am still busy doing something. So when I get home, I get online and then we can talk. Millions of people go online every day. Do you agree that there are millions of people go online every day?
Yes, I agree with it.
Yes. All over the world, I know there are millions of people going online every day, most especially this time that uh, the business transactions, the education are done online. So that is why there are really millions of people getting online every day. Number 10, please read number 10.
To search to look through websites, searching for something you need, or simply for entertainment.
Yes, to surf the web, meaning to say to look through websites, searching for something you need, or simply entertainment. Yes, we have many reasons for surfing on the internet. Some other persons, they do it mainly because for entertainment. But for others, yeah, for education, for learning online. For others, they are doing some research for their homework. For others, they are learning a skill. Okay, how to bake, how to cook. Yeah, in YouTube. There are many reasons, there are many things that we can do. Yeah, when we are surfing on the internet. Please read the example.
I was surfing the web yesterday for 3 hours because I had nothing else to do.
Okay. For other person also, they are surfing the internet because they do not have anything to do at home. They have many time. They have many free times. Okay, so these are the 10 vocabulary words that you can encounter, that you can use in your answers later when we talking about this one, technology. We have computer age, computer buff, rocket science, send an attachment, silver surfer, social media, to boot up, to crash, to go online and to surf the web. Okay, now let's go to the part one of our IELTS lesson. Okay, I have here three questions for you to answer. Okay, the first question. Do you use any gadgets on a daily basis? Do you use any gadgets on a daily basis?
I don't understand the meaning of the question.
Do you use gadgets every day?
What about gadget?
Gadgets talks about laptop, cell phones,
Uh,
TV,
yeah,
computer. Okay.
including smartphone.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, I think I'm a person really like using technology, especially a smartphone. I think I can use about 3 or 5 hours per day. Uh, go go to online. So that's even my hobby, and especially when I free time. Yeah, sometimes I feel I can live without smartphone.
Okay. Next, how often do you use internet? How often do you use internet?
Um, I use internet every day about 3 hours, and sometimes I use internet for searching the information I need, like the information about business, and sometimes that's the new trend on the internet for business. But almost the time surf the internet, that's the I think I use another app like Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Yeah,
Three.
three
Do
hours.
you, yes, do you own a computer? If so, how often do you use it and for what purpose? Do you own a computer? If
Uh,
so, how often do you use it and for what purpose?
yes, actually, I owned one PC, one laptop, and one tablet.
Okay.
Yeah. In the first time, I think I need a laptop for my business because it's really nice and I can easy to take it everywhere I want. Uh,
Yes.
in fact, after one time I used a laptop, I find many things really inconvenience. Like when the time I really need for my work, Almost the time, the laptop also have some crash, and that's make me lose many information really important in business. Um, and then I decided bought for me a PC because I can use PC every day in when I stay at home. PC really strong and really fast, and especially never crash as my laptop. I also like using the tablet because tablet really really good for relaxing. Yeah, and so finally I like using PC almost the time when I stay at home because PC support me a lot in the business, and PC really strong in the handle data. I don't like using the laptop because it always crash uh, um, when I need it, and sometimes I use using the tablet for relaxing. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So let's move on to part two. Now I want you, okay, gadget means, okay, when we say gadget, it could be a tablet, a laptop, a PC, a smartphone, a TV, a video game machine. Okay, that is what we mean by gadget. Describe your favorite gadget and you should say what is it? When did you get it? How often do you use it? And say why is it so important to you? Okay, your 1 minute to prepare your answer starts now. Okay, your 1 minute ends now. Please start giving your answer.
yeah. My favorite gadget that's in my smartphone. When did I get it? When did I get it? I usually use my phone for when did I get it? Can you hear me?
When did you have it?
Uh,
When did you buy your smartphone?
uh, I think I used a smartphone really early in the second in the second uh, of the university.
Okay, second year. When you were in second
Yeah,
year studying in a university, yes.
Yes, but at that time, the mobile phone really old, and they don't have functions nowadays. Yeah, and I think I really used a smartphone about maybe 6 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, and how often do I use it? I use my smartphone every time in a day. In the early morning, smartphone help me alert when I want to wake up on time. And after that, some smartphone to support me about tell me the timetable in the day. And I use a smartphone for learning online, uh, surf the web, TikTok, YouTube on my free time, and remind me about the meeting with my customer. And of course, I can use my smartphone for payment banking for my customer, and especially a smartphone to support me keep connect with my relationship, my parents, my friends, and other people uh, really important in my business. So I think I can live without a smartphone because I can smartphone content everything I need for to run business normally. Yeah.
What about number four? Okay.
Uh, why is so important to you? I think smartphone really important with me because um, for example, if um, 5 or 6 years ago, when I want to do something, I have to spend many time for thinking about what I can do, what should I do. But nowadays, I just need a smartphone, and because a smartphone contain every information about the people or the job I want to find. So that's why many times I can say um, smartphone like a second brain of myself. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Okay, let's move on to the part three. Ah, Part three. Okay, I have here four questions for you. Do you think we need to know much about computers? Do you think we need to know much about computers?
I think we should to do we should to know much more about computer because the first nowadays technology changing really fast, and we need to update knowledge day after day for keep connect with the society, and especially we can compare with the younger people. And when we have knowledge about technology like a computer or something like that, it support me a lot in the job, and that's also the good advantage point when we compare with or want to find a new job with a higher salary. Uh, and the last, I think everything nowadays always to connect. So we need to know about the technology. Really important to make me not become outdated. Yeah.
Next, what is the most important piece of technology in our lives? What is the most important benefits of technology in our lives?
I think the most benefit of technology with me, I can do everything I want uh, with uh, just one smartphone, and it's not depend on the country I live, the circumstance I have to face. The most important thing I really list that's either one smartphone with the connect the internet. That's the all for me do everything I want. So technology help me reduce many costs. Like I don't need an office. I don't need have to hire a person, and especially I can reduce many costs in business.
Next, number 3, how computers affect our everyday life. How computer affects our everyday life.
Um, I think people nowadays will reduce effective without computer. For example, if 6 years ago I want to send mail to my friends, I have to go out and go to the post office, so I lose many time. But nowadays I just stay at home, write out something on my screen, and press enter. That's the what an email can send to my friends as soon as possible. So that's really convenience. Yeah, and I think computer the most important thing to make our effective raising really high.
Yes. Next, how effective is the use of computers in the classroom? How effective is the use of computers in the classroom?
Um, how effective of using computer in classroom?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Before the virus, I don't see the computer support a lot in the classroom. Because every teacher or student does using a computer for showing slides on the board. But when the virus came, computer really important because we can go to class in the school, so we just stay at home for isolation. At that time, computer illusion class to support me connect with a teacher for learning about everything I want. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing very well. From part 1 to part 2 to part 3. Wow, I like the way you presented your answers in every question. Wow. You speak yourself very well and very clear. Yes, I like the way you give your answers to each question. Okay, so congratulations. That is the good points. Okay, that is the good point about you in giving your answers from part 1, part 2, and part 3. You said it very well. You express yourself very well. Okay, so for the things that needs to improve, okay, I have here my observations from part one, just very small. Okay, do not worry. Okay, I have here, I have taken notes down here. Okay, so do not feel bad because these are just some of the few, what is that, things to improve. But overall, you can speak yourself well. But what I need to write some things that you need to improve because for you to become perfect when it comes to communicating using the language. Okay. Now in part one, I have jotted down here. Okay. You said when I free time. Okay. I use computer when I free time. I use computer when I free time. It should be, okay, it should be when I have free time. Okay, please look at that one. Okay, I've heard you saying I use computer when I free time. It should be free time. Okay, do you see my correction?
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be I have. Next is, okay. Now, the correct word when you say, you said it, inconvenience, inconvenience, inconvenience. I- Inconvenient. Okay, it should be. It should be. Okay, in English, the correct word to use is inconvenient, not inconvenience. Okay.
Yes.
Next, PC supports me in my business. Okay. PC, you said PC support me a lot. My business. It should be supports. That one. Okay. Okay. Now for the part three. Oh, just one, just two comments for part three. For part three, you said smartphone helps me keep connect. Okay, you said this sentence. Smartphone help me keep connect. Keep connect. Okay? It should be keep connect. Keep connected. Okay. Smartphone helps me keep connect with my family and friends. It should be keep connected. Do you see?
Yes.
Yes. Next. Okay. Just last one. I think the benefit of computer. Okay, you said this. I think, I think the benefit, the most benefit, the most benefit of the computer is it helps me a lot in my business. be the most important benefit. Important benefit. Okay. Okay. I think the most benefit of computer is it helps me a lot in my business, but it should be the most important benefit. See? Okay. So again, as far as speaking your ideas, as far as sharing your ideas about the questions, I have no problem about it because you can express yourself. You have the words to use your to express yourself. Okay. Why I am jotting you this few errors? They are just very few errors. Okay. In a score of 10, I am giving you 7 over 10. There are just 3%, 3 points of the mistakes that you committed. Okay. Why I am giving you corrections on these sentences? Because I want you to become perfect in English, because in English, you also need to look into the details of the structure, the rules, how to make correct or perfect sentences using the rules. Okay. And another thing is you have to express yourself well using the correct language. Okay. Again, in a score of 10, I am giving you 7 over 10. There are just 3 mistakes or 3 points, okay, for the things that you need to improve, and that is the grammar. Okay, congratulations for a very well performance in our class today from part 1, part 2, and part 3. Congratulations. I am impressed with how the way you answer your questions. Okay. You really follow the REDS method. I observe that you have explained, you have gave examples, and you explain further your answers in every question I ask you. Congratulations for that. Now, I will show you now the sample answers, observing also the, the, the vocabulary and the correct construction of each English using the standards of English. Okay, I will ask you the same question and please say the answers. Observe how did I compose? How did I write the sentences using also the vocabulary? You know what? When you talk to the native English speakers, they would be impressed. They would be amazed you if you can use vocabulary, if you can use phrases or terms in your conversation. So if you see, I have highlighted here some words that are connected with our topic. Okay, question number 1. Do you use Again, do not be confused when we talk about gadgets. It talks about the smartphone, the TV, the laptop, the computer, the PC, the remote control, and anything that has something to do with the technology at home or in the office. Okay, that is what we mean when we talk about gadgets. Do you use gadgets on a daily basis? Daily basis means every day. Please read the answer.
Yes, surely I do. Although I don't consider myself a
G.
great,
Yes.
I quite enjoy using all the new items like laptops and smartphones. Or you know, we're living in the computer age, and it's impossible to ignore cutting edge technology.
Yes. Yes. He said that surely he is using the gadgets every day because we are living in a computer age and it's impossible to ignore cutting edge, the technology. Cutting edge means stopping using the technology, as what you have said a while ago. You cannot survive a day without a computer because it helps you a lot in your business. Next, number 2, how often do you use the internet? Okay, please observe how I formulate the answers using the vocabulary. How often do you use the internet?
I use internet every day. It helps me with my studies and it entertains me when I'm down. Surfing the internet is my hobby. I also frequently use Word on chat for communication purpose. Though I don't like social media like Facebook, I often use video conferencing for talking.
Okay, next. Do you own a computer? If so, how often do you use it and for what purposes? Please read the answer.
Yes, I have a personal computer and a laptop. I use my laptop mainly for education. It's very light and fits in my bag easily. So I take it with me to school. Meanwhile, my PC has a large screen and convenient keyboard. So I use it for word processing and browsing websites. It's an old, but still oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine means very functioning, still functioning very well. Even though it is old, it looks so old, but still performing so good. Okay, next. Okay, part two. We are now in part two. Describe your favorite gadget. You should say, what is it? When did you get it? And how often do you use it? And say, why is it important to you? Please read the sample answer.
Um, I don't own many gadgets. I have a PC, laptop, and a smartphone, and I can't imagine my life without either of those. However, my laptop is the most important piece of technology for me. I got it as a birthday present from my parents a few years ago, and I use it nearly every day now. Although at first using it was like rocket science for me, after a few weeks, I was able to do everything I needed from browsing websites or uh, reinstalling the operation system. What more, without my laptop, I wouldn't be able to do my homework for the university. Also, I use it for surfing the internet and finding whatever I want, whether it's a piece of code for my project or a useful tip on how to cook with a steak. Generally, my laptop became an essential device for me.
Okay, next. Do you think we need to know much about computers?
Well, not too much, but there is definitely
Definitely, definitely.
a couple of essential things everyone should know. First of all, you need to know how to enter a web address, how to navigate websites. It's even important nowadays to be able
Navigate, navigate.
navigate websites. It's very important nowadays to be able to surf the net for the information you need.
Okay. What is the most impactful piece of technology in our lives?
In my point of view, the internet is the most important technological advance of our time. It gives us So many new opportunities to discover anything we want about our world. Users need to boot up their computer and go online. And with wireless networks at home and public Wi-Fi hotspots, we can do it easily and almost everywhere.
Okay. How computers affect our everyday life?
In a positive way, certainly they help with so many. I can say we call the computer higher. Okay. Um, they help with so many things, starting from writing and printing their own essay and ending with developing advanced programs and digital editing. Without computers, studying would has been time consuming, inefficient.
Inefficient. Inefficient. Now, how effective is the use of computers in the classroom?
In my opinion, using computers in the classroom is very effective. I think it's important for students to become competent in the use of computers to prepare them for the workplace. You know, computers are used everywhere in the workplace now. But I also think that having computers so easy available gives teachers the opportunity to introduce students to the variety of information on the internet.
Yes. Okay, so that is all about our topic this morning. Are you learning? Do you learn from the sample answers I have given you?
I think I still feel about different between the talk it out with the new method in the ielts. For example, I try to explain my opinion like Red's method, but I
Yes.
really difficult, and sometimes I have to interrupt because my idea not follow with the method.
Oh, it's okay. Do not worry. Do not worry. It does not mean that, yeah, as early as now, yeah, it is expected that you cannot still remember the methods all throughout when you give your answers. But do not worry because this is just the third meeting. But when I listen to your answer, yes, you are following, especially when giving the reason. Yes, I see in your answers that you are giving reasons. You are trying to defend each of your answers, and you also give examples. Yes, I am very, what is this, amazed that as early as now, you are following the REDS method in giving your answer. You are guided. So you are giving answers that are anchored, that are guided on the questions. Because you know what? When we don't have a guide on what to say, our answers will get away from the question. But when I observe you, when you answer each of the questions, I see that you are following the REDS method. Okay, so do not worry, you will get used to it. And yes, as what I have told you, this is the best strategy. This is the best English lesson that will help you improve more in speaking the language, using the English language. Okay, so if you have questions, yes, you can see the opinions, okay? The answers I have provided to you. Okay, once again, congratulations for speaking well about your ideas to every question I asked you this morning. You are performing very well and you are performing very good in this activity. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and yes, see you tomorrow. Happy Saturday with your family and yeah, good luck to your day-to-day activities, of course, with your business activities today.
Yeah, thank you and goodbye.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.